guy.
You're not pizza. Who are you guys?
Road trips! Today on Road Trips, we head north to the small town of Castle Rock, Washington to check out the Castle Rock Exhibit Hall. Vehicle for this episode, 1984 Buick Regal Limited. And cast for this edition, myself, Todd Hilton, the co-creator of Road Trips, Mr. Dan Bradley, and also joining us on this trip is Mr. Chris Du Bois. The maps are out and the camera's rolling, so now, let's hit the road. Hello everyone, and welcome to this edition of Road Trips. I'm Todd Hilton.
I'm Dan Bradley.
And I'm Chris Du Bois.
Joining us is Mr. Chris Du Bois, after a long hiatus. The three of us actually haven't done a road trip in quite some time, so I figured it was about time we did. Our destination today is going to be, it's going to be a castle made of rocks. It's got, like, logs and things.
I thought it was a movie company, wasn't it? Movie company? Entertainment.
It's like an exhibit thing.
Rock Castle, that's it.
Yeah. Okay, that had nothing to... Okay, we're going to be visiting the Castle Rock Exhibit Hall today. It's a little stop. It's a little stop on the way to a ski slope. I can't even get real drugs there. But that had nothing to do with it. So, well, you see what happens when the three of us get together. It just kind of make no sense, but that's okay. I don't think I ever do.
Never did.
Anyway, we're actually starting our trip here, out here in Prescott. It's a little bit of a ways from Castle Rock. We're probably 45 minutes from Castle Rock, but that's okay. We're not going to show the entire trip there. Just some of the spots that you may not have seen. And actually, we're not going to take the freeway. We're going to take the back way, which actually has a lot more interesting things to see, because I'm sure a lot of you out there have seen I-5. At least I know. That's, it goes that way.
I didn't think so.
So, I think that's gonna about do it. We're gonna stuff the three of us into my car and head up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yay?
Eh?
Hey.
Hey.
Okay. So, what do you say? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? I have no.
I'm at it.
Okay. All right, folks. We are off. We are actually heading. I believe it is north on Highway 30. On our way to our destination, which, in case you missed it, is the Castle Rock Exhibit Hall in Castle Rock, Washington. Yay! Not so distant from us here.
15 miles north of... Actually, it's 15 minutes.
15 minutes north of Longview. Longview. It's awfully stinky. Actually, ask anyone who lives there. You know, it's like Milltown.
Yeah.
That's like some people say it's the smell of money.
I live in Kelso. It stinks.
It just stinks, period. It stinks on rocks.
That's pretty stinky, ladies and gentlemen.
So actually, just so everybody knows, let's go to the map. Show you where we're at here. Right here.
We are there.
We are here. Actually, technically in between Prescott and Rainier. Just about to come into Rainier here, or Rainier Beer, or whatever. Actually, that's not a bad idea right now. Beer.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, reminding you, do not adjust your television sets.
We do look this way.
We look exactly like this. We've tried makeup, it just doesn't work.
Now, there's nothing you can do to cover up the back of your head.
Yes. I mean, not so much here, but
right here.
Well, anyway.
yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
This is actually one of our, I guess you could call it smaller trips compared with the rest of our season here. A lot of our trips this season have been long ways from home. Probably, like 100 miles or more away from home. This one here is kind of nice because it is relatively close to home and still gives you a nice drive. We're actually going to take kind of the roundabout way of going to Castle Rock. A little bit more scenic drive than taking the freeway, which is what most people do. But since we aren't most people, we're road trips. We don't have to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sit back, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. Enraged.
It is a lovely day here in Rainier. Actually, it's pretty warm today compared to
Most days, the last week.
yeah, most days that it's been there, which is nice. And it's always good to have this kind of weather when you're doing a road trip.
Beats snow, I guess.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, it smells pretty cool. As long as you're inside.
Well, yeah, it's cool to drive around and cruise, and it's like, try
yeah,
to get accidents, but...
Well, right, yeah, until you go to hit your brakes.
Yeah.
Apply the brakes now.
Well, look at that. We have a local law enforcement trying to catch speeders.
Yeah, I see that, so I ain't gonna go too much faster here till we get past
speeder
this
beater
here sign.
And just because we are absolutely happy with the policeman, we will just give him the normal salute.
And as we graciously go by with our middle fingers extended.
Now extend your middle finger. Very good. Da! Da! Ah! Bugs!
Todd is freaking out. About ready to have a cow.
You go out! Yeah! I look over and there's a bug on the window. I look further over and there's another bug on the inside. Must have gotten in here while we were setting up. That's just great.
That's great. Infestation of hornets inside the car.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're on it! Road trip!
We don't have time for that.
What?
Bugs, get them while they last.
Yeah. Take a bite.
Like the taste of bugs. Nothing quenches your thirst for the great outdoors like the taste of bugs. Wow, they're crunchy. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slimy yet satisfying, yes.
Crunchy yet satisfying. At the same time, you get that extra little kick there. Okay, new subject.
I was gonna say the overall thought of bug guts in my mouth is not overall appeasing.
No. Not when it's lunchtime,
Yeah, no kidding. Surfer Bill. And I don't mean those bells.
I'm not allowed to have Taco Bell anymore.
Well, gee, only one, Charlie.
Everybody pays for a live bell.
Jeez.
I may buy it, but everybody else pays for it. Okay, we are now crossing over into Long Stew, or whatever.
Spew?
Spew? Long Spew.
Yeah, Long Spew, Washington.
Washington. Yeah, it irritates me. People can't pronounce the names of, cities and states.
Yeah, Oregon.
Actually, I don't think I've ever heard anybody mispronounce Longview. It's kind of, it's two words, Longview. They screw that up.
Well, nobody ever screws up Rainier either. Rainier, maybe.
No, they do. No, haven't you ever watched the news? Anytime anything's the few times that there actually is something on Rainier.
Rainier.
Rainier. Yeah. That's like, what the hell's Rainier? Rainier.
It's like Scappoose.
Yeah, it's Scappoose. Yeah. It's like they shorten the first syllable of the word.
Okay.
That'll have to do. Okay.
Here we are again.
Okay,
Little adjustment here and there.
this is a constant battle with this thing. It seems to work a lot better when we tape in different vehicles other than this one.
It's a curse.
Having problems. Well, of course, they're saying. I mean, that's why we have this monitor. So if we have a problem, do we have a problem here?
Yeah, we like seeing Mr. C.
Yeah.
As we turn the corner here. Over and
Yeah, that was messed up. That was
we're looking
messed
at nice
up.
gray.
If I remember right, we didn't make it through that shoot
No, we didn't.
either. That was our second or third attempt, or no, first or second.
I think it was the second attempt.
Second attempt on that one. Yeah, our Columbia Gorge trip in our second season. Yeah, took us 3 times. That's the only episode that was like that. Took us 3 times shooting it, start to finish, to get that thing right. We kept having problems. I think that was actually before we started
Our
implementing.
first attempt was we were using my Caprice.
Oh right, you
And it
had
didn't
no
have
windshield
windshield
wipers. We
They
switched
pulled over,
We
switched from my car to my mom's car.
Yep.
Right there in Portland. And then the rain just got
Oh yeah, it was just
downpour. You couldn't see like a few feet in front of the car.
yeah, it was pouring pee out of a boot. I mean, it was just dumping.
And then on the way back on the same trip, that same first shot, we got lost.
Trying to get out. Oh yeah. I mean, Portland's not an area you want to take a wrong turn or a wrong exit or something. You never get out.
Especially if you needed the area. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
We've been living here most of our lives. We just don't have any reason to go to Portland very much.
Right. I mean, it makes Longview look like lunch.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing. It's no big deal. But yeah, if you get into Portland, if you're not used to it, like me. I mean, I know how to get to a few places, but man, anywhere else off the beaten path there,
Forget it.
you're screwed. Or at least I am.
You guys suck.
Guys, suck. I suppose you know how to navigate through.
Actually, I do.
Yeah.
I live there.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. That's been a long time ago. Now.
Drove there several times myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About time.
Yeah.
All right, folks. We are on 3rd Avenue here in Longview. We are still in Longview.
I think you're going through Lexington. I take it.
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna take the kind of the back road to get there. It's a little more scenic drive. It's not as fast as the freeway. Actually, it's maybe only 5 minutes or less longer.
Yeah.
Going that way, it's not that big a difference. But again, it's a more scenic drive, and for our purposes, I think it'll do nicely.
Yes.
Yes.
This gives us plenty of chances to get lost.
Yes.
My God, if you get lost on the way to Castle Rock, you
Yeah, it's pretty
guys have
bad.
a problem.
Especially since it's a straight shot.
That's
Actually,
tough. There's
actually,
a couple of hairpin turns, yeah.
hairpin turns, and then you have to make one turn off of the road that we're going to be on. Make sure you take this corner no less than 70 miles an hour.
That's always my motto.
Look at that.
There we go.
Cops.
Sweet.
Yes, officer, I'm just giving you the California howdy.
Do you smell the pork product of some?
Some tape. All right, where'd our sun go? It was sunny and warm here a
Under
second
those
ago.
clouds.
That's one of those clouds. Yeah, now watch.
The sky's actually blue.
Yeah. What's their basis for that hypothesis?
The sky is gray
How do they
and
figure?
white, dude.
Yeah.
For real.
In the northwest, yeah, it's either gray or white.
See,
There's
you got
no-
clouds that are coming in. It's just nothing but cloud.
All right, now's a good time to go to the map.
We are right here.
We're on. We've now switched over from 3rd Avenue over to Highway 411, or as the locals call it, West Side Highway.
Local yokels? Yes.
Yes, local yokels. So now we'll be enjoying the next few miles on the country road here.
Country road! Okay.
Okay, that's great. Okay, since we are on our way to the Castle Rock Exhibit Hall, Dan, who's our backseat navigator for this trip.
Who?
You want to break out the Road Trips Bible and tell us about where our destination we're going to today?
Let's see here. You want the, Castle Rock,
Castle Rock. Yeah, there's not too much to see. There's like the exhibit hall,
Chamber of Commerce.
the Chamber of Commerce, and the Cinedome. That's it. I mean, yeah, it's kind of the gateway to the Mount St. Helens attractions, but as far as actually in Castle Rock, it's a fairly small town.
Really small. Oh, hey, okay. Let's see here. Castle Rock Exhibit Hall. Ooh, it's on 147th Front Avenue Northwest.
It's a good thing to know.
Yeah, very good thing now. Features display that convey the impact of Mount St. Helens eruptions on the area. Ooh, that was
Like you were just saying, Mount St. Helens. Of course, Castle Rock might as well have been ground zero for Mount St. Helens.
no doubt. Let's see, the recordings of 911 phone calls when the mountain erupted. They offer oral histories.
Hello, Domino's?
The 1907 the City Hall is adjacent. Tours are available. Quilt shows are held in February. They recommend 30 minutes minimum,
Okay.
and it's daily 9 to 6.
We can do it in 10. What's the hours?
Daily 9 to 6.
Okay.
Memorial Day weekend, September 30th, Wednesdays 10 to 2. Rest of the year donations are accepted.
So that's always good.
Yes.
Okay. We are about 10 miles from Castle Rock, so not too far there. So 10 miles or 10 minutes, whichever comes first. Technically, I think we are now in Lexington.
Yep.
Which is
Great, but
Not so great.
expensive.
expensive.
Yes, it's
How so?
expensive to live out
Oh,
here.
just to live out here.
Yeah, it's more suburbia. Is what it is. It's more.
Whereas
upscale.
Longview's considered, in the
Gangland,
city
yeah.
there. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I know. I lived in Longview briefly. You know what that was like.
Yeah. Hey, that was when it was good. You should see it
And
now.
that was when it was good. No, I'm perfectly happy living where I'm at, where there's nothing. Nothing. Himwa. Himwa. That must be Indian for trailer park
Trash.
trailer park trash. Yeah.
They just soup it up, make it sound a little spicier, and you get Tim Wah. Hey, we guess.
Actually, I guess probably not one to talk there. I mean, you lived in a trailer court for a while. Compliments of Space for it.
Yeah.
Wasn't so bad, I guess, except then the trailer's a piece of crap.
Your neighbors are like 5 feet away from you.
Yeah. They dump your garbage, dump their garbage on your doorstep.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
There you go, dude.
the trailer looked appropriate enough.
Oh yeah.
Our trailer was one big dumpster. I can understand the confusion. That's great.
Space 4. I thought I said city dump.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
At least where you're living now, at least it's been worse. So I guess you got to look at it that way. It's been worse. It couldn't get much worse.
I don't know, cardboard boxes are pretty comfy.
Oh yeah, I mean it could get a hell of a lot better. But it's not bad.
Only when I win the lottery.
Yeah. If you didn't know where you were going, I could see it easily getting lost. But with the exception of just go this way, really fast. If something gets in your way,
Go straight. You'll get there eventually.
Yeah, you will get there eventually. Whee! Well, at least we got our sun back.
For now.
Yeah, for now. It seemed like it never failed. We'd plan a road trip, for the week or 2 weeks out or whatever. We go to do it,
It rains.
and it starts raining. It could be 70, 80 degrees, Sure enough, plan a road trip, starts raining.
And what's annoying is it rains just for just that one day.
And then the next day,
It's perfect.
It's perfect. It's like, friggin' black and yeah.
Black and Decker.
Black and Decker. Yeah.
Never trust the mailman. By the time he makes his forecast, it's already obsolete. It's already changed.
Did you say mailman? Never trust the mailman when he makes his prediction on the weather.
Okay.
He's over 2 jobs now.
Yeah, well, you know, those cutbacks.
And he's screwing up the weather, and now he's screwing up mail too.
Yeah.
Making sure that your mail is delivered to the wrong place.
Yeah.
You want fries with that?
You want fries with that? But yeah, so this is definitely nice for a change to get a decent day to do a road trip here. This actually is a pretty nice drive. I mean, it's a lot more to look at than, you know, concrete.
Yeah, it's not as boring as a freeway.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you needed to go to, you know, Seattle or wherever, you know, you needed to go a lot farther, then no, this probably wouldn't be the best route to take. Actually, I don't even know if you can get to Seattle on back roads.
You could probably take like all freaking day.
Yeah, it'd be an all-day thing. You'd need a map for that one. And, you know, you better get yourself a new map. You're in the wrong state.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Bunch of idiots.
Okay, you're stupid. Okay. Let's go to the map. Show you where we're at.
We are in Castle Rock.
Just about to enter the city limits.
Castle Flock?
What? Flock?
You're in Castle Rock. It's just the only thing is you got to cross the flippin' freeway to do it. It's like,
Well, yeah, but
like
you
Castle
go-
Rock only exists on one side of the freeway.
Okay, we are turning off the 411, and we're now going on the PH number 10 road. What the hell's a PH number 10? Isn't that like ratings they put on like water and stuff?
Yes.
I think it'd almost be like a state route.
Oh, yeah? The PH...
A public hindrance? I don't know.
No, that's us.
Whoops.
I don't know, it just sounded good.
I thought it was a chemically balanced thing.
Well, yeah, that's what I said, you know,
No.
pH balanced.
For your pits.
For your... Okay, we're crossing over, what is this, Cowlitz River? I'm assuming?
Yeah, that would be what it is.
Cowlitz River rigging. Alright, entering Castle Rock.
Population 2140.
And that includes the 2 dogs, too.
Yes.
I think we say that about every little, you know, town we go into. Here.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you
we
find
go?
this place?
Oh no.
I don't really know Castle Rock good.
Okay, there's the Senior Citizen Center. That's it.
That's
City
gotta
Hall.
be it. Okay. Okay, I can't.
What are we looking for? The Maritime Museum?
Yeah.
No,
For
it's,
Uranus.
okay.
We're looking for the-
I know this is.
It should
oh,
give
wait,
the
there's
address.
Front.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Front Avenue.
So we are looking for
It might be down that direction.
47.
Yeah, I think you have to go that way.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Is this front? Is this the front?
Back.
Oh wait, hold on a second. Chamber
right there.
of Commerce.
Visitor information.
Visitor. Oh,
Castle Rock
Exhibit
Exhibit
Hall. Cool.
Right here.
All right.
Here's your mama.
We are. You are here. How do they know that? Okay. We are here. It's 147 Front Avenue, Northwest. I guess is what you call it.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, we're gonna dismantle here and.
And we'll meet you all inside.
Okay.
Well, seeing as how you're the
After you, sir.
Manitoba list.
Howdy, howdy.
All right, we'll be fine.
Will we find a gold mine?
You getting into trouble? Oh?
He's trying not to. He's being good.
Oh.
Did you guys get pictures of the murals that are outside?
Oh, good job, Tom.
There's 3 of them.
There's one over there, one down there, and one over there.
Oh, right. I remember seeing the one there at the train.
Okay, so.
That's in there. That one down there, and this one over there.
Chester?
Here, I don't think you can see the whole thing. It's hard, you can't.
Oh, okay. I saw
Now,
the train down.
there's one car there, but what it represents is Mount St. Helens before and after. You turn the picture upside down, it's after.
Oh.
Oh, it's kind of like a reflective.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then out behind this building, is the old Castle Rock Jail built in 1907.
Yeah.
The old
Yeah.
jail
I
right
was
back
reading
there.
about that.
I'm a tour guide, and I take people through the tour of the whole jail and
Oh, okay.
explain the story about the line garbage. So.
Okay. Well, I think
But
we might
anyway,
do that.
That's she only got 3 in town so far.
So there's planning for more, or just that's what it is right now?
That's been years ago.
Ah.
Well, I hope you come back and does this building here. Would be nice.
Sounds like they got lots of interesting stuff here.
Yeah, so.
Tell you that.
Let's do it.
Oh, sorry.
What they do? Lock up on us?
Have you folks ever been here before?
No.
Well, this
I've
is
read about it, but I haven't been here.
this is the Chamber of Commerce, and it's an information center, and we do, like I said, it says up there, the river, the mountain, and our town. And it starts over there at the river behind you. So all the story goes on about the river and things like that. It happened back in those days. What was here at the time goes back to down to the corner to about the mountain. A little bit of story about the mountain, what happened here during the mountain when it exploded. Then you come around to this room, or back in that other part in this room, and that's all the history of our community. And that's what this all represents.
Okay.
So, but now this, we try to keep this, some people call it a museum, it's not a museum.
Yeah.
Like exhibit hall is what we call it. But they want to, a lot of people say, oh, it's a museum. It is not. And ain't a historical society either. That's in Kelso.
Yeah.
But we got a little bit of different things in here. And then all the plaques on the walls from past presidents and brothers for different things. And over there, we got a bunch of plaques over there. When it first started out back in 1990, when this place was built. I mean, the place was built long before that, but then the Chamber of Commerce came and moved into this place. Because this place had been a lot of different things in a good many years.
Yeah.
So finally, the Chamber of Commerce got hold of it and we made different things out of it.
Castle Rock's actually named after a rock.
Really? There's an actual.
Yeah.
You guys making a documentary?
Kind of, I guess.
Have fun.
Looking around.
Have fun. Jerry, there's a great big fire.
The actual rock. I'd heard that there was an actual Castle Rock, but I've never seen it before. So is it there anymore?
Yeah.
Oh
That says 1906 there.
In 1854, the federal government appointed William Huntington, the name, the first postmaster of this area.
Oh, okay, I was wondering where that came from. Okay.
After a nearby large stone navigation landmark is the Kells River.
Yep, that's Castle Rock. Right now, it doesn't look nothing like that. It's got trees up on it, you can't hear nothing.
They got all kinds of stuff to look.
Fleshy buttons. There's Chester again.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Century Market? No.
Photo of town here, I guess. 111 Castle Rock citizens team up to create the world's longest smelt dipping pole during the 1976 season. Whoa.
What you say about this stuff right here, Todd?
Now we get into the cool stuff here. Mount St. Helens stuff.
You're saying that all these whips,
Oh, whoa.
whips and stuff, donated from the South.
Really?
Yeah, so those aren't even part of what they would
1906
have in
jails.
jail, except for the uniform in the back.
Yeah.
It's actually from
Slave whip and ankle irons?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. There's one of those trees there they pulled out. What's left of one anyway.
So what's this particular object used for?
That's for finding the saw.
Ah,
It's a vise, which
Oh,
is saw blade, your two-man cross-cut in there, and that's for filing. Setting the teeth, the drag, and the pull, and that's what the tools are here for, right here. Those tools are meant for that purpose of doing this. And you can touch it if you want, as long as it's got the vise on it, so.
Yeah.
But that's a vise to put your blades in. Like I say, they sharpen different kind of saws on this. And it was built in 1937. It's kind of an old timer. But that's the tools for that purpose. Not all of them, some in there. Right in the box, those are the tools for this. But the rest of that in there, it's handles for the back handles and front handles for that.
Now the pelt up on the wall, is that for just types of animals lived here, or is that just for symbolizing trading?
What is that?
The pelt?
Oh, that's a cougar that they shot. It's just on demonstration of what they shot here one time, a good many years ago. They didn't have a plan on shooting it, but they had to do something because it started attacking people.
That's not
So
good.
it's one of the biggest one ever shot around here. I mean, it was a big one. Like I said, this is the history of our community. This whole thing is, you know. And like it starts over there, starts up about what the industries that was around here at the time. Then it goes down to this part still is to do with the logging and stuff like this. Then it goes to the mountain over here, a little bit of the story about the mountain. Then it goes in the other room, that's all about our community back in 1854. And pictures back there, what was here back in those days. And we got albums over there that's clear back that time, right up to date. Of the mountain and when it blew and everything, you know, and way before that. So we got all kinds of stuff like that there. Indian artifacts, that's from around here. That's one man's collection. And that's Cowlitz Indian tribes that used to be down here. From here to Tootle, he went around and found all these things up around this country a good many years ago. Then, this gentleman here, Mr. Don Bray, he is the guy that did it. This is all hand carved. This over here is hand carved. The part that's over there is hand carved too. And he did that. He was an ex-logger, and he used to hand carve it. He can't do it now, but being in the 80s. This old donkey engine, that's hand carved. He did all that. And of course, that's a demonstration more or less, like it shows up there how they used to skid logs with a donkey engine, load them on the flat cars. And then they went to more modern, and now it's all helicopter stuff. And just like our top loggers we used to have around here, which there's about 3 of them living, the rest of them all died off. And it shows over there about how they used to challenge each other to bucking logs with a crosscut, and how they challenged each other for climbing trees and stuff like that. They were all the top people around here at the time. And they used to have a lot of logging around here. But of course, that went out. Shingle and shake mills, we had 4 of them. That went out good, back in the 20s. And that's gone. So there ain't no industries anymore around here. And then it went into, like I said, some of the stuff that people donated. They put things on temporary donation, or they may give it to us or just let it here for about 6 months or a year, then they take it back. But most people just leave it here. So a lot of this came from a lot of people here in this community. And then, of course, the stuff there, that's about the old jail. Castle Rock Jail's up behind the building, built in 1907. And that's some of the artifacts from around here back in those days. And slave whips for the slaves and stuff like that. Leg shackles, we've got 3 different kinds of leg shackles in there. Handcuffs. And Mountain Mania, we opened up back there and showed you. Like I say, most of the pictures explain themselves. And the old train depot we used to have, the last train depot we had, pictures of the floods, schools in town, and all that stuff. So you just go ahead and look around.
Thank you. Right on.
It's going through.
Is it? right on. That thing's quiet.
Change the display boxes and leave the wall pictures alone.
Start button. It's push start.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. We're here at the model choo-choo. Bobby says push me here.
One of those Castle Rock, the old baseball players, the Castle Rock Barbecue.
What?
So the old baseball team, the Castle Rock Barbecuers.
Okay.
I don't know.
What are we looking at here? That's a big plume of smoke. Okay, and these are various photographs of the town. Train station? Northern Pacific Railroad section.
1859 or 1895. As soon as I learn how to read numbers.
Those baseball players getting off? So are those baseball players getting off the train or something? Right there in the front.
Photograph July 4th, 1910.
Another train station. This one here. Photographed in 1914, the new railroad station was relocated at the east end of Cowlitz Avenue with the real paned glass and white tile and bathrooms, which was rarely used at the time. The station was considered a regular palace. For years, Castle Rock was remembered by the flower garden at the train station. The station was later put out of commission when a water tower pipe burst and the water washed away the foundation. Yeah.
That's a lot of water.
No kidding.
Whereas back then it could have been wood foundation.
Yeah, it's possible. The Great Flood of 1906. Huh. Huh. Oh. Oh, yeah, this guy's got something wrong with his arm.
He's got a prosthetic arm.
Oh. School sometime. First multi-roomed Castle Rock School was photographed in 1900. The school is located at the present site of Castle Rock City Hall. We just passed that on the way into town. Wow.
1913.
School building above was the only Castle Rock school building to house all 12 grades, photographed in 1915. The building was located at the site of the present middle school tennis courts. Huh. Whoa. We just got a vault right here. Diablo Safe and Lock Company.
Dan?
Yeah.
Want to take a little walk? Let's go downstairs.
Downstairs?
Yeah, let's take a walk.
Ooh. Lock yourself in the vault.
They've probably got it.
We haven't had to come for 300 years.
Yeah, see, they got it stuck open.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have thought of that. Yeah.
Yeah, they set up pretty. I'd say it's been in use for like 80 years before they upgraded.
1903.
Jeez. Yeah.
First Street and B Street ring here.
Wow.
Dude, they were selling movie tickets down here. The old theater.
Yeah.
For a nickel a piece. In that box. Yeah.
Oh.
Dude.
Who's it?
Driving me nuts.
St. Helens garbage.
This garage.
I know. Sorry, just for going.
There's no excuse for that.
Well, it's a comedy relief if nothing more.
Yeah?
So I'm here.
At least you're fulfilling your
My
part
obligation.
there. Yeah, your obligation. So lots of city photos.
Methodist.
Yep, there's Lynch.
Is that like all they sold in stores? Tobacco? Was that a long time ago?
Now this is the old Castle Rock Jail. Built in 1907. Now you want to hear the story about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear the story.
Okay, now what this consists of, this is the jail. They had some in town years before they built this one. They were made out of wood. The guys would burn the damn thing down or tear them up and get out.
Yeah.
So they asked, and the guy that built it was a German immigrant from Germany. They asked him, could you build us something that is escape-proof, that, you know, they can't get out of? But it can't be over $1,000. I said, okay. He says, I can do that. So then, I don't know, it took him a couple of 3, 4, 5 weeks or something like that to build this thing. The material that he could get us, and they would bring the prisoners over here and put them in there. And this is what they call a holdover jail, more or less. If it wasn't too bad of a crime, they may be here for a week and may be here for a month before they had trial. And the guy that built it, the same night he got through building it, he went out, goofed around town here, and he was celebrating that he was, I got it done, finally got it done. Telling me I got my jail built, And he was out goofing around, and all of a sudden he got out of hand. He got drunk. He threw him in the jail. He was the first one in. He threw him in overnight. And they let him out. They said, well, how do you like your new jail? He said, oh, I built a goddamn good one. It's escape-proof. He says, no more. So then, about a week later or so, used to have the soldiers come down from Fort Lewis and to work on the river and stuff like that, the Corps of Engineers, soldiers. 2 of them got in a mess in town, so the deputy sheriff grabbed them in town, and he had a lantern in his hand, and he bought them over here. There was a padlock about that big on the door, and plus a bar went across there. He took the bar out, undid the padlock, opened the door. He says, okay. He says, you guys, in you go. Oh, yeah? Wham! They threw him in there. He was the second person to ever be in that jail. So it didn't work out too good to start with. It didn't work out too good. And like I said, they used it until 1945. And when they first built it, there was no lights in there, no bathroom, no water. So when you go in, they got a water pipe in there, water faucet, that does not belong in there. They got commodes in there. They're not hooked up, but they never were supposed to be in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a light in there now. They got a light bulb. When they did get lights in, they got one light bulb. There used to be a pot-belly stove inside that they did have heat in there anyway. And now what this is from the outside, people are surprised how big that thing is. Right on the outside, don't look that big. But when you get in there, it's a 3-cell prison, jail. And I tell everybody it's a 3-room apartment rent-free. That's what it is. This darn padlock to work right here. There we go. And they skews in there too. There's the lawnmower in there, water hoses, because we cut the grass around here, so that stuff had to be stored somewhere, so it's in there.
Okay.
I've been in these places before. Jeez.
Now, if you noticed, over here is where the pot-belly stove was sitting, right here.
Oh, yeah.
And the only lights they had at the time, we gotta clean that out, but up there was the bars are up there, bars are over here, and bars over there. That's the only light they had for a long time, until they finally got a light bulb in here. And the deputy sheriff was, if he was here, he'd be sitting right here. And, of course, the doors are missing. We gotta put that one back on, or we gotta get another one for that one there. But you've noticed, look at here. Chip that all out, and chip this out right through here. They chipped this one out right here, and they tried our darnest to break out one way or the other. But they would be locked in, each one of these. You'd have maybe 1 or 2 people at a time locked in there. And see, that a lot of times we open up like Mountain Mania or something like that, and we have kids come here and see what they did here. They totally just scrapped. We try to keep them from doing that. And if you can't watch them, boy, they'll do it. A lot of the graffiti on the walls inside each cell and on the walls out here are carved right into the concrete. It's been there since the place was built until they quit using it. Like this one says here, "Thank you for your kindness. God bless you." And that's a guy that was in here one time. That's original. The kids came in here and screwed it all up. Over there, it says here, Wapato, Washington. Oh, Wapato, right there, Washington. This doesn't belong on here. And then, see what they did after 1945, they let soldiers come in here, and they said, well, you know, we didn't want the place to stay in town. They said, well, go stay in the old jail overnight. So they let them come here and stay overnight. And like it says here, and the soldiers would write their name, Johnny something, Chicago, 1950. And some of this goes back, some of the graffiti's back in the 20s and 30s in here. That is written on the walls, but you can't see it all right now. If I had a flashlight, you could see some of that stuff they put in here. Now over here is, see, like I said, this does not belong in here. This doesn't belong in here. We used to have bars up there, I don't know, see they were going to convert this place back in the 30s to something else, and then they decided, no, we'll keep it a historical building.
Yeah.
So they put a stop to it. By this time, it's already put in. But if you look here, you see somebody had carved a man's head, body, and a head in the center too.
Yeah.
And down here it says Kelso, Washington, carved into the concrete, 1930 something. And this room here, like I said, they got a lawnmower in here and a water hose, so excuse that. That is number one.
So how long ago did they stop using this?
1945 was really the last time they used it for a prison. I mean, jail. And then, now this here, you see that cot? They all got caught, so that one broke down. Kids sat on it and broke it down because they're so damn old. But that sponge does not belong on there. And they slept on that steel deal. And you know, if they had sleeping bags, they didn't have sleeping bags, but they had blankets or something like that. A lot of times they would have 2 people to a cell. Depends how many, probably they'd have maybe 2 to each cell. So I thought, boy, that'd be good to do that. And, now,
Temperature drops about 10 degrees too.
There's more to the story on the outside over here. back in 1907, when they first built things like this, they didn't have plywood back in those days. So what did they do? No plywood. He had to put something inside and outside to make the wall the thickness that he wanted.
Right.
Okay, what did they come up with? First piece of wood you cut off a tree is called a slab. It's a piece of worthless wood. Slab. See the wood grain there? That's slab.
Oh, wow.
Slab, slab, slab. He slabbed it all the way around, inside and out, with pieces of, when they first cut the tree, the first piece. And they cut them a different length, and then he just put them up there. Next problem was, they didn't have rebar like you do nowadays, what they call rebar.
Right, the reinforcement.
To make sure it stands up, you know?
Yeah.
So he had to figure out some way of making that wall stand up all the way around. So he went out with a team of horses and a buggy, and he went around to all places he could find. So he found what could he throw into the concrete as they're pouring it. Horseshoes, 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 a band, steel cable, 2x4s, rocks about that big in diameter, anything he could throw in there to keep that from falling.
Huh.
And tamping it down at the same time. Now inside, if you go inside where the potbelly stove was, just this way from it, you look in there, you see horseshoes sticking out from the inside too, just like you do on the outside. So, and that's what he had to do at the time, because there was no such thing as those things that he needed at the time. And then that's all concrete. It's all concrete. And that top, I mean, it doesn't leak yet. It's going to eventually, because they got all the damn weeds on it now.
Yeah.
They've got all the weeds off. See, I'm trying to get them to take all that weeds off the top of the building and then whitewash it.
Yeah.
And that would make it look better, you know, but it's still original.
Right.
Because back in those days, they whitewashed everything anyway. Everything was whitewashed. They could do the same with this. Anyway, that's the way, and the wall, this wall took all the beating. And after they built, after they did this, poured the concrete and put the wall in, then quite a long time afterwards, they put a facing on it, what they call a facing. And the facing's coming up because the kids in town come over here and they throw rocks and everything and bust it all out of here. They try to dig this out. Okay, I came over here one day and found a hammer and a chisel. They were trying to chisel this out to get those horseshoes out. But this side gets beating real bad. And the earthquakes we had cracked it, but it's still standing. They don't
Tough
build
stuff.
They don't build them like this anymore.
No.
And then that building over there, that one over there with a mirror on it, it was built in 1928. It's built just like this. But he didn't build it. A bunch of other people built that.
Huh.
But you go over there and stand on the end of the wall over here, look down that wall, and it goes like this, and it goes like this. Because when they were pouring the concrete and tamping it, and they had slabs, like they slabbed this one, they slabbed that, but as they tamped the concrete, the slab let go like this, and some of the concrete came out about that far out. They damn near lost that wall 4 times. From here it looks smooth, but you get close to it, and it's the roughest damn thing.
That kind of explains some of the things we saw, like some of the old batteries. Why it looked like they were wood grain, but they were concrete.
Yeah.
Same thing. They were using slabs.
Never figured that out.
Yeah, yeah.
Also explained why the walls weren't exactly straight either.
Yeah.
They're kind of...
Yeah, because I noticed, like Battery Russell, there was same kind of thing. There was flat concrete there, but you'd see it looked like wood grain. That's why.
Now, that building over there, if you get close to it, you can see the wood grain like that over there too.
Yeah.
But it's painted over, and it's kind of hard to see it. And that, it really shows up right there.
Yeah.
And in the front here, it shows up a little bit. It depends how it worked up. I don't see it as well. You can see it right through here. You can see some wood grain in there.
Yeah, some of the lighter spots there. Huh.
Yeah, that's the old girl that. For the condition it's in, I wish I was that good. Still standing.
Yeah.
But they used to have a big padlock on there, and then they had steel bar that went through there. I mean, they try to get through all that concrete, and they try to get through that door with a steel bar on the outside.
Is that the original door there?
That's the original door.
Huh.
It's rusting real bad,
That's
too.
pretty good. Is that it still opens? Yeah.
Well, if you don't want to oil those hinges, you ought to hear it. I mean, God. Scared the hell out of you. Just open the damn door up.
Okay, folks, that's going to do it for this episode of Road Trips. We hope you enjoyed your tour of the Castle Rock Exhibit Hall, which we're actually looking at right at the moment. Actually, interesting tour. I think the jail was actually my favorite part.
Yes, I enjoyed locking him up.
Oh yeah,
It was great.
yeah.
He deserved it.
Oh well, yeah, yeah, for being stupid at being anything.
We'd have thrown away the key if we had one.
And we should have been throwing you in there, man.
I'm too used to it.
Why not? Anyway, so that's going to do it. We want to thank the members of the Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center, which are part of the Castle Rock Exhibit Hall. And I think that's going to do it. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so for Road Trips, I'm Todd Hilton.
I'm Dan Bradley.
And I'm Krista Boyce.
And we'll see you next time for the next edition of Nowhere Videos Road Trips.